Okay, this might not be the kind of battle that I was hoping to show you. I mean, this guy has no army, so he's going to die. Yes, attack this single guy. And he's gone. That's what happens when hero wanders alone without any army whatsoever. But I wanted to show you something that I forgot to mention. There is a completely new system. I do not have any non-spent ability points. Yeah, I do not. What are you talking about, game? Anyway, there is some new feature that I forgot to talk about, and it is kinda interesting. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but you're going to judge it for yourself. So I can change the view of the minimap to zones. Every player starts with his city, and this is my city, by the way. It kinda grown up, didn't it? So each city has the zone around itself. As you can see, it is marked by those crystals right now. I'm not sure if this will change or not, but this is how it goes right now. The color of the crystal represents the color of the player, of course. So everything in range is supposed to be mine. It doesn't start as mine. I mean, I had to capture this all mine, for example, for it to work. But it was signed as being on my territory. Now what happens? If some enemy hero would come in here and capture this mine, then it would work normally just as he would capture a mine, right? But because this is on my territory, if he would move away from it, it would automatically be reclaimed by me. So you can't just do the tactic that I loved in the previous Heroes games. So when you want to attack the enemy, you just capture all of his mines and starve him to death in his city. Now you cannot do that. I mean, you can capture the mines, but you have to sit there with your hero. You could just simply use an empty hero with no army, but I cannot see this being very practical at all. So this kind of aspect is out of the game. Now how this works out, I'm not sure. There is also the thing about the dwellings. I mean, they work kinda different. I'm not sure how they work. I don't know if they simply... It says increase weekly growth of core sanctuary creatures. Yeah, that's right. Creatures. So I assume that they increase the weekly growth of my creatures, as it says, but I'm not too sure. Because when I walked into it for the first time, they simply joined me, and that was it. So I'm really not sure how it works, unfortunately, but it probably works like that. First time they join you, and then you have just increased population growth. That's probably how it would be. And the same deal as with the mines. As you can see, there is this little arrow that points into the direction of the fort or city that claims the land. As you can see, it lies over here, so without claiming my city, you cannot claim forever, that is, my dwelling. Now this is a neutral ground. It is white, it has a fortress that is not claimed by anybody, and the threat is high. As you can see, there is quite a lot of elementals in here. I can also see one of my creatures, I do not remember how it's called, and one of the haven creatures, and they are actually pretty strong. I'm not too sure if I want to go in there or not. Actually, judging by the fact that it is a high threat, I probably do not want to. But if I would gain control of this fort, and as such I would gain ability to capture all those mines. Actually, maybe I can capture that. I didn't even try it yet. Yeah. So I guess I never actually tried. I simply conquered the map and won. Maybe I should do that. But not now, thank you very much. And another thing, there was an enemy city. It was not Sanctuary, it was Orc City, but I could, for a big price, but still, I could transform it into my kind of city. And if somebody claims the city for himself again, then he can go into a panel that you cannot see here right now and convert the city again to an Orc City, Necropolis City, whatever he wants. So this is a neat feature. I like it, actually, I must say. It's pretty neat. But what happened? This was a green player land. This whole land. He had captured mines here. Well, all those mines were captured right now. I didn't capture any of them. I simply walked into the town and I conquered it brutally, like a barbarian sanctuary guy I am. What happened? Every single of those mines suddenly became mine without the player being even eliminated, because as you have seen, I have just killed one of his heroes a second ago. So this is also another strange thing they changed with the zones. Do you like it? Do you not? I really would like to hear your opinion. I'm not too sure yet. I have to play more. I guess this is a good thing because I want to play more. This is an excellent game. I'm just not too sure how people are going to feel about it, and this kind of makes me worried and sad. So I will make one last pause and see if I can get a decent battle. Actually, no, let's not wait for an epic battle. Let's just fight those Lamassu. Now, for the first time when I heard that Necropolis has a Lamasu, I was like really, really amused, because a Lamasu Necropolis, that doesn't fit together at all. But then again, there was this background story that Ubisoft or Black Hole gave to those creatures, and it was pretty neat. Explained why Necropolis has those, and I accepted it. It was pretty well explained, and I like it. I'm not going to bore you to death talking about it, but trust me, it was not as stupid as it might look like. So those are elite creatures. They are upgraded, and it looks like they're kind of strong. I did find Lamasu before, but they were not upgraded. The computer was too weak. So right, another thing that is new. I already showed you this spell, Ice Bolt, right? I can hit those guys with it. But the thing is, after I hit them, well, I can show it, but this spell, along with the mana cost, it has a cooldown. I cannot use it for another 2 turns. Then, in the 3rd turn, I will be able to use it again, but until then, I'm not able to use this spell. Other spells, okay, but not this one that I just used. Alright, so there's the Kappa. Oh man, I froze them, so I don't know where they can fly or not. How big the range is, that is. Oh well, let's say that this will be enough. They are still frozen, of course. So, those are my, how they called? Spring Spirits. They are kinda neat creatures because they reflect melee damage that is dealt to them, and they can share all of their buffs and such as stuff with their allies and backwards. I mean, I know it sounds pretty chaotic, but you're going to see it very effective. For example, I could cast a healing skill onto those Sharky guys, and it would also affect those Spring Spirits. I do not want to do this right now, because I want to attack, but I will do this probably next turn. So let's just attack. Oh, you heard that? You didn't, because there was a bug, and you didn't hear the sound. Now, are those guys flying? Yes, they are flying. Of course, they have wings. So I could, in theory, freeze the terrain. Actually, I wonder. I never tried to freeze the terrain in front of flying units. Would they affect them? Probably not, but let's find out! Haha! Well, I'll be very surprised if this works. I mean, normally when people walk on it, those kind of sharp icy spikes jump out and deal damage to the enemy that passes through, or maybe even me, if I am so dumb. But we'll see how it works on flying creatures. I hope that he will simply land on this place and it seems like he's got an ability that I did not know about. Where this is, I never played as the Necromancer faction so far in the beta. Only played as Heaven and Sanctuary, mostly as Sanctuary. Well, pretty much only as Sanctuary and a little bit as Heaven, because I really love Sanctuary, I'm sorry. But yeah, I guess I should test out something else, but it is an amazing faction. So I'm going to cast a regeneration spell on my Kappa. It is a spell that I got from an item. It is not the spell that I really am an owner of. So let's just go ahead and wait. I have time. They do not have time. They are going to die. And I can't wait to see them dying. So far they didn't do anything, so I guess they are in a worse position than I am, and this makes me very happy. Now I can attack them once again. This is not much to show, but it looks cool, and I can attack them yet again. And this is what I'm going to do. For a second I wanted to buff my sharks, but in the end I didn't. Now those scares attack. I have no idea why this animation was so slow, but it doesn't really matter, does it? It normally looks very cool, you can trust me on that one. So, I can't see, will they have range to me? I don't think so. I think I am able to walk a little bit more in front. Whoa, this looks